Merry Christmas. Happy third day of Christmas. We're so thankful that you're joining in on these video devotions. Don't forget that there is a written resource guide that's downloadable, or you can pick up a copy at the church. It's important because it includes the scripture on which these conversations are built upon, as well as the music to the hymns that we are singing each day. Well, that story that we just read, that hopefully you just read, of Mary and Joseph and Jesus and a couple of oldsters named Anna and Simeon, was our gospel reading in worship this morning. And if you have already worshiped, I was the preacher, and so you are being subjected to a lot of me today. I apologize. It's an odd story, especially for what is the third day of Christmas. Happens more than a month after Jesus was born. And it's not in Bethlehem any longer, but it's in Jerusalem. And Joseph and Mary are taking Jesus to be blessed, which feels a lot like parents bringing children to be baptized, except we know that Jesus was baptized when he was an adult at the River Jordan by John the Baptist. This is really something different going on in this reading today. Two older people are sharing some wisdom. They've been around the block a time or two, and somehow the Spirit of God, they recognize this child among all the other children that they've met. This child is the one who will come to bring peace and wholeness to the world. I hope you have had a chance in your life, and maybe even over this Christmas holiday by Zoom or telephone, to talk to some older folks who have blessed and who have guided you in your life. I always think of my pastor when I was in confirmation, Olin A. Peters, not flashy guy, nothing like that, but oh so faithful. And he was my confirmation pastor, and I was not a very good confirmation student. I was always trying to disrupt the class. And he asked us one day, what do you want to be when you grow up? And in order to make the class laugh and to slough off the question, I said, well, I want to be a mortician because business will always be good. And without missing a beat, Pastor Olin Peters said, if you decide not to be a pastor, that would be a good profession for you. A what? And a little like light went on inside of me that someone thought that I could be a pastor. And the truth is, sometimes others, and especially old people, see things a little differently than we see them ourselves. This song is part of our worship rite. A post-communion sending song, gather, word, meal, send song. It's called in Latin the Nunc Dimittis, which means now let us go. But sometimes it's called the Song of Simeon, which I kind of like a little better. It's a praise song. That is, it's a song not about God, but to God. And the tune, which was a surprise to me, the tune is an old Finnish folk tune. It's first included in the Finnish Lutheran hymnal in 1909. If you have been to church a lot in your life, then I can tell you that this is going to be very familiar. But if you're new to church and you haven't been, let me suggest that you talk to a couple of old people who have and ask them why this is so meaningful. For me, it's because of this one line, my eyes have seen your salvation. That is indeed the joy of Christmas. Thanks especially to Susie Beal for offering her gift today.